Trying to limit your taxes to making sure your kids are financially responsible. It is Money Monday. Our financial expert Paul Hood is here to answer your money questions. Paul, it's great to see you. We're doing this virtually today. How are you?
I'm great, man. Yeah, I'm down in Texas, so I'll be back to see you in studio next week.
Down in Texas. All right, we still got questions as we always do. The first one comes from Nancy today, and Nancy says, my daughter is now 16 and just started a part-time job. What can I do to help her be smart with her money?
So, Nancy, you should buy your daughter a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's about that thick, real thin. It's a story-based book, and it's a great book, no matter what. It's not a children's book, but it's a book for just about anybody. And it'll go through some examples. So the main thing is she needs to start saving immediately. The key to success is living on less than what you bring home. It sounds simple, but people complicate it. And one of the biggest things people do when they start growing up is they base their budget on what they make. Well, it's not what you make, it's what you bring home. But if she can train herself to save a minimum of 10% from day one, she'll be light years ahead of most people.
All right, our next question comes from Mitchell, and Mitchell says, I'm looking for ways to help lower my tax bill. Can contributing to an IRA help me save on taxes?
Absolutely. You know, and Mitchell, the challenge is most of the tax law that's out there is written for people that own their own business. And if you don't own your own business, then there's very narrow, one of which is IRAs. Now, the main thing, though, is he would need to do a calculation as to whether you're actually eligible to put money into an IRA to get a tax deduction. Because if your income is above a certain level and you're covered by a retirement plan at work or eligible to be covered by a retirement plan at work, you may not be able to make that IRA contribution.
Okay, and then we got one more question today. The last one comes from Luke, and Luke says, I'm moving to a new job next month. What's the best way for me to transfer my 401k to my new employer's plan?
So, Luke, there's actually a decision there for you to make. When you separate from service from one employer and you go someplace else, you can roll that 401k to your new employer's 401k if they'll allow it, or you can roll that to an IRA. Depending on how much is in there, oftentimes an IRA will allow Luke to have better investment options, because a 401k, they have to limit the options that are available. So maybe consider setting up an IRA and rolling it to that.
Okay, Paul, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Safe travels back home. Thank you.
Thank you, man. We'll see you next week.
Yep, and if you have a financial question you would like me to ask Paul next week, you can send them to moneymonday@griffin.news.